Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, and YouTube ads. There's so many different forms of advertising that we all need to become proficient at, but what I want to do in this video is break down the pros and cons of each of them and talk to you about which form of advertising might be the best fit for you based on your situation. Now, each one of these does have some benefits, but also some drawbacks that you really need to be made aware of before you start pumping your time, energy, attention, and money into the wrong form of advertising. So without further ado, let's dive into it. What's up guys, it's Mike Sherrard. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And if you are a subscriber, thank you. And if you're not, but you're watching this video, please give me a subscribe and just one of these to show me a bit of love. So let's talk about this because a lot of people are just trying to do it all. They're trying to do every form of advertising. And once you get to a certain level, you can do every form of advertising. I use every form every single day, spending well over $3,000 a day on advertising, but it took some time to get there. 2 years of running ads every single day to get to this point. But what I want to talk about is if you're just getting started out or if you've plateaued, which form of advertising is going to be the best for you. So let's start with Facebook and Instagram advertising because it's the same platform owned by the same people and you run them from the same resource, which is the Facebook Ads Manager. So let's talk about the pros and cons of Facebook advertising. The pros of Facebook advertising is it's very, very easy to generate leads using Facebook and Instagram advertising. It's also very cheap to generate leads and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get significant results because with some of the other forms of advertising, they will actually set a minimum budget and will not run your ad if you're not spending a certain amount every single day. And for many people, if you're going very targeted, that's actually going to be likely over your budget on a daily basis. So Facebook is really good for that sense, but some of the drawbacks of Facebook is that usually you get lower quality leads. If you don't know how to properly leverage custom audiences, lookalike audiences, split testing, A/B, if you're not using data attribution tracking like Hyros or using funnels in order to increase your conversion, it can lead, unfortunately, to some lower quality leads, which then in turn puts more on the entrepreneur or the person running the ad to have the communication skills and the diligence and consistency to follow up with those online leads in order to actually convert them, which means that also it does usually take longer to convert leads from Facebook or Instagram. Now let's go on to Google Ads. Google Ads is incredible. Google Ads work extremely well for real estate and it can be very targeted. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of Google Ads. The pros of Google Ads is it's pay per click, so you pay when people click on your ad. It's also very targeted, so if you start going niche, and I'm gonna get into this in a second here, if you know how to go very niche and go into submarkets of communities, neighborhoods, and what the average person is not just blanketing in your city, then you can do very well with a lower budget on Google Ads. Now, the drawback to Google Ads, unlike Facebook ads, most people running Facebook ads have no freaking clue what they're doing. They're running free home evaluation ads, which are useless. They're running their headshot, which will never get a single lead ever, and they just don't know how to actually do it. So the level of competition on Facebook ads, even though it is saturated with quantity, it is not saturated with quality, which makes it very easy to stand out even if you're just beginning, especially if you've gone through the training that I can give you. If you want to comment below, where I will give you the highest converting Facebook ads that are proven to work in 2021 and the exact strategy on how to use them. So drop a comment below if you want that. But let's talk about Google Ads, because with Google Ads, it can be a little bit more difficult because oftentimes you're going up against traditional agents who've been in the business for more years than likely we've even been alive, and they have got massive budgets. So I know many agents in my city that were spending $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month, upwards of $100,000 a month on marketing. And it's tough as a brand new agent or as an agent that's maybe not where you want to be at right now to compete with people that are spending those large sums of money. So where I'm going with this is that if you do not have the proper education to dial in your Google Ads and understand how to go very niche and targeted, then you're likely just going to end up doing like most realtors do, which is blanketing your city, doing keywords like Calgary real estate or Calgary homes for sale or anything like that. And you're going up against mammoths that are just going going to unfortunately decimate you with a larger budget. But if you do have an understanding of how to get niche and how to get more targeted, they can work wonders for your business. Now let's talk about YouTube advertising. This has become my favorite because it works so incredibly well, but again, there's pros and cons to this. So the pro of YouTube ads is the fact that you can target in-market audiences. I'll link a video above if you want to check it out where I actually show you an example of how to run an effective YouTube ad for real estate in order to get great conversion. But you can target in-market audiences, which are people that are confirmed to be in the market to buy or sell a house right now. You don't have to use the generic targeting that Facebook uses. You can go straight to the meat on the bone, straight to the people that want to take action now. So you do have the ability to get very targeted with Google ads and YouTube ads, but with YouTube ads, there's almost no competition. And there's a reason for that, because it's one of the cons. One of the cons, and this is a big one, is that in order to be effective with YouTube advertising, you actually have to be extremely comfortable in front of the camera because you need to use video advertising. And if you're not good at delivering a clear, concise, compelling, and credible message with confidence on camera, you're likely not going to be able to convert that well, because even though you're getting in front of people that really do want to make a move right now, they're going to see your ad and say, this doesn't seem like somebody I would like to work with. Whereas if you do have the confidence and you've been practicing, which is why every realtor should have a YouTube channel, this is going to be a form of advertising that will allow you to differentiate yourself, dominate your market, and target people like no one else will be able to. So now let's talk about what might be the right one for you. So here's my personal opinion. If you're in a position where you've got low budget, just getting started, and not that tech savvy in terms of you just want to get something that's going to generate leads tomorrow, and you understand that there's a bit of a process, you might have to put them into your database, you're going to have to follow up with them, it's going to test your communication skills. Long story short, if you're new, if you're just getting started, and if you have a low budget, Facebook and Instagram advertising is going to be the best one for you, because if you follow my proven process that is in my free training, which you can get if you comment below, you can generate leads within the first 24 hours, and many people are generating 10 to 30 leads within the first 24 hours. So if you're just getting started, start diving into Facebook, and then let's talk about the other two. Now, Google is for people that are looking to add that additional arm to their business. So once you got to the point where you're spending $10, $15, maybe $20 a day on Facebook advertising, Google is the best way to pair that. So what you want to do is add in Google ads as a supplemental aspect of your marketing initiatives in order to start to dive into your farm market, because that way they're going to see your ads on Google, they're going to see your ads on Facebook, and wherever they search, they're going to start to see you. And this is going to be for people that have a little bit more money to spend, or maybe you're at the point where you're spending $20 or $30 a day, maybe even $40 or $50 a day on advertising, and also for people that properly have gone through the right education to understand how to target people properly. Because if you just go straight to Google ads, use a small budget, which you can do, but you don't properly understand how to niche down your keywords, you're going to be wasting a ton of money, because you're going to be competing against the big mammoths that have budgets that will just simply crush yours. So YouTube advertising is the final one, and this is for anybody that, again, has built up that confidence on camera. If you've done that, and everybody should be working at it, even if you're not there right now, this is going to be the differentiator. But let's wrap up this video with a little tip that I'm going to share with you. Truly, to be completely honest, the best form of client attraction is not paid advertising. It is an organic YouTube channel. If you look at any of the agents, I've got over 500 agents in my group at EXP, and the majority of them that are absolutely dominating right now, doing a deal a week, upwards of $1 million deal a week as brand new agents, they are all doing it through their free YouTube videos. No ads, no budget, no marketing, just through value-driven content. So at the end of the day, really, even though this is about marketing and advertising and spending money, the honest truth is that the best form of advertising right now is going to be the free content, as long as you know how to properly optimize your video. So if you do have any questions about marketing, just comment below, because I want to create a bit of engagement down here, and I want to hear what you guys have to say so we can start a bit of a thread, and I'm going to help walk you through any of the answers that you might be curious about, because I do respond to 100% of comments on my videos. So thank you so much for tuning in. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.